and the Carolina Panthers. The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Return starts at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Set, hut. Drill, black, 95. Set.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
50, green, red, yellow. Huge, yellow, white, white. Hut.
Throwing now on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st down from the 41.
Down. Red.
Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Green Jack. Let's go now. 52 blue. Hut, hut.
From the red zone now. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Yellow, 22. Set.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Blue striker. Trouble 30. Blaster. 6. Red cycle. Flight blue. Set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the behind the line. He lost that football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they don't get much after recovering the fumble, so a near turnover ends in a loss of yards.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
It'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Carty's kick is good. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I'm going to guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or 2 short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
Ready, set.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Fix the eagle, fix the eagle.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Come on. Hey. Hey.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going deep. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Hauled in by Musgrave. By a man, he's in the clear. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Sending him on the dive. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready? 70, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Play action now with Daniels. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Another carry for him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
On the set.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. In the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. Set.
They go play action on 1st down. Oh, and quick there. They bring him to the turf. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the 1st play.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Light blue.
Throwing it on 2nd down. He's got it over the middle. He's going to be brought down here at the 42. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Ready?
They give to Gibbs on the option. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Set.
Back to Gibbs now on seconds. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Down. Claws red.
To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That's the end of our opening quarter. 7-3 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Short pass brought in. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second down now. They need 7.
Set. Ready.
Gibbs now from the gun. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's got his man. This is Walker. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a second quarter lead. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. Now Browning on the end of the kickoff. Brings it in at the 13. And that'll put them up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series.
At their own 37-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
There's a dive up the middle. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Now Daniels off the play action. I know it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Get it. Cougar, trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lions.
Running back sent in motion.
Buffalo 18.
Daniels throwing on third. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the puncher gives him new life and this first down.
Pass 60, pass 60, pass all 80. 19, Tiger, 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. On target to Musgrave. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Ready up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Dragon 60.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. To the air again. Daniels. He's trying to push the field. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Ready.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
Here we go. Set.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Daniels is going to throw again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Two. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
The Commanders going field goal here. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, break.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Set. Cut.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Handoff here for Gibbs on his own read. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Ready. Black shot 45. Ready.
They're throwing it. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Set. Slice blue. White. White. Red. Cycle. Ready. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Needle. Come on. Set. Set.
Caught quickly on the slant. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Black. 95. Set.
In up to Gibbs from the gun. Ooh, he made the most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
It's 2nd and inches.
Ready. Set.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Ready. 50. Cut.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. The Commanders take a timeout. They're 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
That's 6. Mega. Black 40. Blaster. 6. Rail. Yellow. Ready.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. Hits his running back. And he's tackled for no gain. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke.
He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take the lead just before halftime. Point after converted from Carney. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 10.
Now Browning on the end of the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Lane motioning left. On first down, here's Daniels. That's complete to Musgrave. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Panthers might be able to get some points late after the interception. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Here we go, set, 10 cycle, blue 32, set.
From the pistol, it's Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Set, hut, yellow, hut, hut.
Dive play straight ahead. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Stephanie! Cougar 19! Hey, check that, street!
Going back, it's the handoff. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
19 Lions! Go street! 18 Rattler! Go!
Daniels from the pistol. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30.
60 Bison, 6 Buffalo 18!
Now Daniels to throw. Completed to his running back. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
To throw again, it's Daniels. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
On the set.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now. Press all 80. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Lane motioning left. Again, Daniels to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On the ready.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On first down, they'll run. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. We've got a screen to the running back. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And it's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Cut out left. They'll have the first down and even more. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Slot man's in motion right. He gives here to the motion man. And they're ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
J.C. Horn on the tackle. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Panthers' 21-yard line.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
19, 18.
They send a man in motion. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Kevin Pirates. Kevin Pirates. You're not. 60 by.
They kick the running back in motion. To the air on 3rd and long. This is Lane. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
18 Cardinal, 19 Lion.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
60 Maverick, 60 Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Big Lion. Ready.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. They're trying for the end zone, but no luck yet, Brock. That forces 4th and goal.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready up.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Down. Red. Yellow. 60 red. 60 red. Green jack. Set. Go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. It's everything he had. They connect on the deep shot. He takes it down to the 33. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Blaster. 6. Hut, hut.
To throw here on 1st down. He's dropped. They get him there for the sack. And that brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Panthers in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter.
On the set.
After the sack, defense has got to be feeling good. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Set. Check.
Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And they're going to give him the 24-yard line. He's stopped a step short of that 1st down marker. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
10 cycle. Black Ultra. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
On the ready.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
22 needle. Ready.
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now lead by 10. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11.
Panthers 24, Commanders 13.
Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
60 Jack Panthers.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Back to the well again. Cuts it to the right. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now within 1 score in the 4th.
Okay, with these great running backs, you know that patience is so often carry to carry, one of their great traits, but also over the course of the game, just waiting for their opportunity to explode and go finish it as he just did.
Daniels now bringing his guys to the line, getting everyone set for this 2-point attempt.
Come on. 65, 6, go.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
29-yard line.
Ready.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Red. Here we go. 52 blue.
They'll throw to start the drive. Johnson on the sideline. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
60 red.
2nd down pass play coming. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. Working on 1st down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A pickup of 17. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Ready. 45. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to try and throw it here. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Field, black.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and
Let's go.
10 at the 18-yard line.
50 green. 6 mega. Black ultra. Hey, green. 10.
Working inside the red zone. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Panthers push the lead up to 12.
Commanders 19.
Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Ready? Johnny Ryan. Go check.
Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects with the open man downfield. Has a hole left, room to run. Hits the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders now within 1 score in the 4th. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. Get some space around midfield. He cuts back left. Headed right through the middle of the field. Jahmyr Gibbs. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
Washington will take over the 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Connects on the crosser. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Commanders at a 2-score deficit. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Buffalo 18. Let's go now. Cougar 19. 19 White.
Daniels setting up the play action. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
Running back sets in motion.
18 Rattle.
throw. It's his running back. And they are on it short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
So here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. Desperation time here. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
The clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10.
Back forward, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To throw again, it's Daniels. A little off centers, man, just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Dragon 60.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's Kobe on the marker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
On first down, here's Daniels. On target to Musgrave. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Commanders' first down.
So they're going to take their shot now at making things a 1-score game. From the right hash, 55 yards out. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
And with that miss, whatever hopes they still harbored, Kate, well, that miss puts it out to sea. It was a great effort in this game to fight back, but they had to have that field goal. And instead, it went awry.
Line up the design keeper. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in November. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.